Hi everybody, Paul Swangard here at the 2024 USTFCCCA Convention. The Conventioneers are traveling back and forth here. We're in between sessions, but here with one of our nominees for the Bowerman Award in 2024, the Pride of Ontario by way of the University of Georgia, Christopher Morales-Williams. You're just getting in, getting settled, but can you feel the energy and the excitement that they have for you coming Thursday night?
Definitely. I mean, I knew it was a big hotel, or I guess a resort, but there's so many people here. There's so many, I mean, it's a big area, and it feels like I don't know, like not at a convention, I guess. I've never, nowhere I've ever been before. So.
Yeah, and they got a golf tournament happening this weekend with Tiger Woods and his son playing out there, and
Oh, wow.
a lot going on. But, you know, focus for Thursday is the Bowerman Award. What's it mean to you to be, you know, among this group of very distinguished athletes, and not only just for your athletic performance, but really, you know, kind of representing the sport at the best level we could ask for, somebody with great character, but also great talent on the track. What does it mean to you?
I mean, like at first, I think hearing about the Bowerman, because just being from Canada, I never actually knew about this award. And so coming here my freshman year and hearing my friends talk about it, and then, you know, seeing Kyle Garland go, it was like, hearing about, like, yeah, this Bowerman Award, it's you know, it's not something you really think about trying to get. It'll put so much pressure on you, and it's, you know, you have to have a perfect season, and it's not something I ever thought about, like, personally to myself. But then, you know, with everything happening this year, and then seeing myself be nominated, I was like, wow, I never thought that I could be here. I never thought that I could come to this level, or just kind of like actually reach my goals that I wanted to hit. And it kind of just shows me like how hard I worked, and like all of this is from hard work and dedication and just having people that I trusted. And so it kind of just shows, like, it just makes me feel good knowing that everything really is working out.
So was it harder than you thought to achieve what you did, or did it turn out to be easier than you thought?
It just turned out to, I guess, not be impossible,
Yeah.
right? It's not like it can never happen. It's just, you know, like miracles happen, right? And so everyone has a chance to kind of come out here and just do their best, and you never know what to expect from somebody.
Yeah, and as you reflect on the year, you know, several high points obviously, but is there one thing you point to that you'll say 2024 was this for me?
2024 it was, I would say, like an accomplishment for me. There was so many things, more than just track, that was like, wow, I actually, like, all of this happened in 2024. It feels like a super long year, but yet so fast. And it was like all of this, like from going to winning my first 400 in collegiate track, to then winning my first national champion in track, and then going to the Olympics, and then, you know, just going home and seeing all my family and friends, and hanging out with my, like, just thinking of all that stuff was like, wow, that was all this year. And it just feels like a big accomplishment to me.
Does Paris seem like 2 years ago now?
It feels like, I don't know, maybe it just feels like a memory. Like a memory. It's just,
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that happened, but that was only, what, 4 months ago,
Yeah.
5 months ago?
Yeah.
And it was like, I just can't believe it went by all so fast, yet at the same time, it was still this year. And it's like, wow.
Yeah. And I've, you know, talked to so many athletes over the years that get on that stage, and, you know, you're in Stade de France. It just seems massive, crowds you've never seen, you know, atmosphere you've never seen, but it's still a 400-meter track. Might have maybe one extra lane than what you're used to on most major tracks. Can you come out of that experience now with a much bigger, stronger understanding of it's not as intimidating now that I've done it once, and how do you carry that confidence into next season and the seasons after?
For sure. So I can remember just thinking about, so my first time going to U20 Worlds, that was my biggest, or even Nike Nationals back in grade 9. It was, wow, this is so big. I've never been anywhere like this before. And then I did it, and it was, oh, you know, it wasn't so bad. I didn't win, but it wasn't so bad. Then, you know, I go to OFSO, which is the big meet in Ontario, and it's like, wow, this is so big. And then, you know, I win and do great, and it wasn't so bad. Then you go to U20 Worlds, you know, I had stage fright. I froze up, and looking back at it, I just wish, oh man, why did I do that? But it's like, but it's my first time experiencing it. You know, you never know until you try. And then going to here at the Olympics, oh man, this is the big stage. There's nothing past the Olympics. And I got nervous and everything and scared, but then I'm finishing it, and it's like, I'm excited to do it again. You know, it wasn't that bad. It was actually a lot of fun, and And like despite the competitions, it was the same race. It was 400 meters. You know, I think the track was 400 meters. I don't know. I assume so, but
I'm pretty sure they measured it right.
Yeah, I'm assuming they measured it right. And then the crowds, like that was actually amazing. That didn't make me nervous. The crowd made me excited, and I normally am demotivated when I run, but seeing the crowds there and seeing how there were people that came to watch me and I didn't even know who they were, it was like this is amazing. Like people actually watch track and field. Growing up in Toronto is just kind of not as big of a sport, and no one really knows much about it. But going to the Olympics, just like people are here for track and field, and it was awesome seeing everyone there.
And in 2025, World Championships will be in Tokyo, returning to the site of the games in 2021 when there was nobody there other than those of us who were calling the events and the action. It was a bizarre experience, but another big stage. So how do you prepare for what is, 9 months away now, a chance to represent the nation once again? What do you think it's going to take this time around, maybe in different preparation to not only be there, but also now be in the conversation for the podium?
Yeah, so, I mean, it's kind of look back to what I did last year. Okay, what worked and, what didn't work. Well, what worked, let's improve on it. And then what didn't work, let's, try to make that work now. And just kind of going into training this year, I'm going to be honest, like I felt amazing. Like I felt like I ran a 44.0. It's like, wait, I'm going into practice now. All of a sudden, this workout was hard last year. And now I'm hitting the times like it's nothing. And it's just, I could see the progress. And now with this progress, I could go into next year saying like, okay, what worked? Let's do that. And kind of prepare the same way I did last year, because it did work. And, there were a lot of things I need to, fix. But at the end of the day, I just got to kind of do the same thing, but a little better, or just try to make it work more. And now I know I've experienced all of these things before. And so going into it, it's like, okay, I have an understanding. Let's see how I could improve from last year, now that I have something to look back on.
Do you have more free time now?
Not really. School is really tough.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's actually getting a lot harder now because...
but, goal is to finish the degree and get all that done. And
yes, of course. Yeah, I want to finish it.
And what are you studying?
Ecology.
Okay. What do you hope to do after track and field, even though we want you to be in the sport as long as possible?
There's a lot of things. One of my main goals is to travel the world, right? And so I wanted to kind of go and explore like every country and see all the animals and like plants that the world has to offer, because I think the best thing about the planet Earth is what it has, everything that God has created on it. And so that's what I've always wanted to do. But my long time dream since I was a little kid, and it has never changed, is to be a video game designer. And that has nothing to do with ecology, but I understand games like no one else. I play video games all the time. My dad always says, you gotta stop playing video games. But that's my passion. I create stories. I play Dungeons and Dragons with my friends. I create the stories. And I love drawing characters and making things. And hopefully one day I can make a game that the world could enjoy, that everyone will have fun, because it'll just be like, just my passion.
And what type of games do you tend to play?
I play a lot of multiplayer games, like story RPGs, but I mean, I'll play card games, I'll play first-person shooters, I'll do just all kind of like role play. I don't even know, like anything you could ask for. I'll try everything. I just love.
No, it's funny you say that. It's storytelling is such a big part of really good games, other than just just the fun of competition with some of the sports games. My oldest daughter, who is trying to be a screenwriter, fell in love with writing by playing Assassin's Creed, and fell in love with history because of the way in which the story and the narrative of those games kind of weaved her into a period of history, whether it be in old London or in the Pyramid era, and now the latest title coming out in, I think, is in and around Japan. So I think those games have a powerful role in sort of shaping people's love of things that are important, which is understanding history and understanding the world around you. So.
Yeah, that was me with Pokemon and Plants vs. Zombies. That's why I got into animals and plants, because I would play Pokemon and then I would be like, wow, how does this look like in real life? And I search it up and then I do more info, and then that's just kind of how it led me into it, because it's like, it just fascinates me to see that all of these Pokemon are based off real life animals, and then that just grew my love for animals.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Just goes to show people from both Vancouver and Ontario can find common ground. I don't know if it's always the case between Western Canadians and Eastern Canadians. Listen, I just, it's been just a joy. I, because of my Canadian roots, know what it has meant to the nation of Canada to see you burst onto the scene, and it's always, and I think athletics in Canada has such an important role, and I know they were very excited to see you wearing Team Canada kit, and hopefully many more times to come in your future, and enjoy the whole week and celebrate with your family, and we'll see you on the track soon.
Yes, hopefully.
All right, more conversations with our nominees here at the 2024 Bowerman Awards, and all those interviews, along with some of our former winners, are available to you on runnerspace.com.